Long before it becomes one of nature's most precise hunters, the gladiator mantis begins life as little more than a cluster of eggs hidden in plain sight. It has no armor, no weapons, and no chance of survival if discovered too soon. Yet from this fragile beginning emerges an insect capable of lightning-fast attacks, remarkable camouflage, and a hunting style that has remained effective for millions of years. Every day is a battle. Every meal is earned. Every mistake can be fatal. So how does one of the insect world's greatest ambush predators survive from its first breath to its very last? The story begins long before the young mantis ever sees the world. During the previous breeding season, a female carefully deposits dozens, sometimes hundreds, of fertilized eggs inside a foamy substance secreted from her abdomen. Within minutes, the foam hardens into a protective case called an ootheca. This remarkable structure shields the developing embryos from dehydration, harsh weather, and many predators. Firmly attached to a branch, a stem, or the bark of a tree, the ootheca quietly waits through changing seasons while life slowly develops inside. For weeks or even months, depending on the climate, nothing appears to happen. But hidden within the case, tiny embryos are forming legs, antennae, compound eyes, and the folded outlines of future hunting arms. Temperature and humidity determine when development is complete. When conditions finally become favorable, dozens of miniature predators emerge almost simultaneously. The newborn mantises are astonishingly small. Many measure less than a centimeter in length, yet they already resemble miniature adults. Unlike butterflies or beetles, mantises do not pass through a larval stage. Instead, they hatch as nymphs, complete with grasping forelegs and the instincts needed to hunt almost immediately. Their first moments are among the most dangerous of their lives. Birds, spiders, ants, and even their own siblings can become deadly threats. Some nymphs disperse quickly by climbing upward or allowing the wind to carry them away on fine strands of silk-like threads. Others simply scatter in every direction. The goal is simple: put as much distance as possible between one another before competition turns into cannibalism. From the very beginning, survival depends on speed, patience, and precision. As the young gladiator mantis grows, its body cannot stretch with it. Instead, growth happens through a series of molts. Each time the nymph sheds its rigid exoskeleton, a larger one hardens in its place. Between these molts, it becomes a more capable hunter, stronger and more confident than before. Its earliest prey consists of tiny flies, aphids, mosquitoes, and other small insects. Unlike predators that chase their meals across long distances, the mantis practices extraordinary patience. It remains almost perfectly motionless, blending into leaves, stems, or flowers until prey comes within striking range. Then everything changes in less than a tenth of a second. Its specialized forelegs snap shut with incredible speed, trapping the victim between rows of sharp spines. Escape becomes nearly impossible. The mantis begins feeding while the prey is still alive, consuming nutrient-rich tissues first to maximize every successful hunt. For a growing predator, every meal provides the energy needed for another molt. With each shedding of its exoskeleton, new features become more pronounced. The wings gradually develop beneath protective wing pads. Its powerful middle and hind legs lengthen for climbing and stability. Most impressive of all is the head, mounted on an unusually flexible neck. Unlike almost every other insect, a mantis can rotate its head nearly 180 degrees. Combined with 2 enormous compound eyes and 3 simple eyes that detect changes in light, this gives it exceptional awareness of its surroundings. It can judge distance with remarkable accuracy, allowing it to launch precisely timed attacks. Eventually, after several molts, the final transformation arrives. Soft wings expand, harden, and reveal the fully mature gladiator mantis. Now an adult, it has become one of the most efficient ambush hunters in the insect world. Every detail of its anatomy serves a purpose. Its elongated body allows it to disappear among grasses and branches. Depending on the species and its environment, shades of green, brown, or even pink help it blend seamlessly into surrounding vegetation. Remaining unseen is often more valuable than running fast. Most of the day is spent waiting. To an observer, the mantis may appear almost lifeless, but beneath that stillness lies constant calculation. Its large eyes continuously monitor movement. Its head slowly pivots to inspect passing insects from different angles. It wastes almost no energy until the perfect opportunity appears. When prey approaches, the mantis often leans slightly forward, adjusting its position with extraordinary care. Then, in an explosive burst powered by specialized muscles and joint mechanics, the raptorial forelegs strike. The attack is astonishingly accurate. Flies, moths, grasshoppers, crickets, beetles, bees, and even other mantises may become prey. Larger individuals have occasionally been observed capturing small frogs, lizards, or hummingbirds, although such events are uncommon and depend on the size of both predator and prey. Most meals remain firmly within the world of insects. The mantis relies primarily on vision rather than smell or hearing to locate prey. Its stereoscopic vision, rare among insects, allows it to estimate distance with impressive precision. Scientists continue studying how its visual system processes movement so effectively using such a compact nervous system. Despite its fearsome appearance, the gladiator mantis lives alone. It forms no colonies, builds no permanent nest, and receives no help from others of its kind. Every individual is responsible for finding food, avoiding danger, and eventually reproducing before time runs out. Its solitary lifestyle gives it an important ecological role. By feeding on a wide variety of insects, mantises help regulate populations of many species. They consume agricultural pests, but they also capture beneficial insects such as pollinators. Rather than targeting specific species, they simply hunt whatever suitable prey comes within reach. In doing so, they become one part of a much larger ecological balance, serving as both predator and prey. Survival, however, requires far more than sharp forelegs. Camouflage is perhaps the mantis's greatest defense. Remaining perfectly still among leaves can make it nearly invisible. Some species resemble dried twigs, while others mimic flowers so convincingly that pollinating insects approach without hesitation. This strategy benefits both offense and defense. If camouflage fails, the mantis has additional options. It may sway gently from side to side, imitating vegetation moving in the breeze. If threatened by a larger predator, it can rear upward, spread its wings, raise its forelegs, and display bright warning colors hidden beneath the wings. The sudden increase in apparent size may surprise a predator just long enough for escape. Some species can even produce a faint hissing sound by forcing air through openings in their breathing system while displaying this dramatic threat posture. Yet even these remarkable adaptations cannot guarantee survival. Birds patrol from above with sharp eyesight. Lizards search branches and rocks. Frogs wait patiently near vegetation. Spiders construct invisible traps capable of capturing even experienced hunters. Tiny parasitic wasps may attack eggs hidden within the ootheca, preventing an entire generation from ever hatching. Weather presents another constant challenge. Heavy rain can dislodge young nymphs. Strong winds expose carefully hidden adults. Cold temperatures slow movement and reduce hunting success. In regions with distinct seasons, many adult mantises die as temperatures fall, leaving only their protected egg cases to survive until spring. Human activity creates additional pressures. Habitat destruction removes the vegetation needed for hunting and camouflage. Pesticides reduce both prey availability and the mantises themselves. Artificial lighting alters insect behavior, changing where prey gathers and exposing mantises to unfamiliar risks. Even successful hunters cannot escape one final challenge: reproduction. As adults reach maturity, chemical signals called pheromones help males locate receptive females. For the male, approaching a potential mate is one of the most dangerous journeys of his life. The female is significantly larger and, above all else, a predator. The male advances cautiously, often freezing whenever she turns her head toward him. If accepted, mating may last for hours as sperm is transferred to fertilize future eggs. The possibility of sexual cannibalism has made mantises famous, but reality is more nuanced than popular culture suggests. While females sometimes consume males before, during, or after mating, especially if hungry, this behavior is not inevitable. Many mating pairs separate successfully, allowing the male an opportunity to reproduce again if he survives. After mating, the female devotes much of her remaining energy to producing eggs. She carefully selects secure locations before creating one or more oothecae, each containing dozens of developing embryos. Once her work is complete, she provides no further parental care. The protective egg case itself becomes the offspring's only shelter until hatching. As the months pass, the adult mantis begins to slow. Wings become worn from countless climbs and occasional flights. Hunting grows less efficient. Injuries accumulate. Parasites, disease, predators, or simple old age gradually take their toll. Most gladiator mantises live for only about 1 year, although exact lifespan varies by species and environmental conditions. For an insect that spends every day balancing hunger against danger, reaching adulthood is already a remarkable achievement. Death does not mark the end of its contribution to the ecosystem. Birds, reptiles, spiders, ants, fungi, and countless decomposers recycle the nutrients stored within its body. Those nutrients return to the soil, nourish plants, feed herbivorous insects, and ultimately support the next generation of predators, including future mantises emerging from their waiting ootheca. The cycle begins again exactly where it started. To many people, a mantis is simply another insect hiding among the leaves, but look more closely and an entirely different story emerges. Here is a creature shaped by millions of years of evolution into a master of patience rather than speed, precision rather than strength, camouflage rather than armor. Every movement is calculated. Every hunt is a lesson in efficiency. Every season repeats an ancient cycle that has endured through dramatic changes in Earth's history. The gladiator mantis reminds us that greatness in nature is not measured by size. Sometimes it is found in a silent hunter, waiting motionless on a single leaf, perfectly adapted to a world where survival belongs not to the strongest, but to the most patient.